Alright, first I'm going to show you how to do the lighting, or how I do the lighting. I'll just show you here. This is one of the lights that I have. It's a telescoping type. You can get these on eBay for fairly cheap. I think a little bit under $200. But these umbrella type lights really they really light up the area here where I do a lot of my video shots. This is just a little room I built out in our garage. There aren't any windows in this room, so controlling the lighting is a lot easier. And basically what I do, see if I can get a better shot of this, I set it up at the corner of the desk where I do my shooting, and I'll turn it on here. And basically you just want to have a light here going like that, and then I have the two lights up in the ceiling there, and then I have the other one here. Let me set this one up quick. Now this one's a little bit higher up. This one I have at a steeper angle coming down like this, and so that's basically it. I have one light here down about head level for me, and then this one here I have a little bit higher up pointing down, both pointing towards the seat right there. And now this setup here, basically this is where I have another camera that I mount right to this little plate right here, and then this is the power cord, and then there's a there's a S-video cable right here. Let me zoom in a little bit. Right there you can see, and then these cables go up to the ceiling, and that's the power over there. This is the S-video cable that comes down here to a older television that I have, this monitor here, and that way I can, when I have my camera set up there above the desk, I can have documents or books or whatever I need to do, and then I can see what I'm filming in the television monitor over there. So that's a pretty handy setup there. But now I'll show you the cameras. Okay, here are my three cameras that I typically use. This is just a small little Canon digital camera. This is what I use to do still photos. It does do video, but I typically don't use it for that. This one here was my first camera. This is the one I use for the document camera shots that are above the desk here. It does not have anywhere that you can plug in an external microphone on this one, so this one is a little bit more limited in its use. This is my main video camera. They're both JVC, my other one there, and then this one too. This is a very good camera. I have this on here that mounts onto the tripod there in the background. This does have an area for a external microphone. Plug it in right here, and basically it has this little accessory slot right there on the top, and you can use, here's the speakers, or the microphone rather, that comes with the camera, which is decent, but if you really want to pick up sound, you need something a little bit better than that. Now this is a shotgun microphone, and that basically attaches on the top like that, and then this plugs into the microphone port there. Okay, let me get a better shot of that. That's what it looks like. Now this microphone is good for outdoors, but indoors you're going to get a lot of distortion from the lighting and anything else electronic that's in the room here. You'll get a hissing sound. So I typically don't use this indoors. I'll use it outdoors for outdoor shots. Excuse me. Now what I do use inside here is this little lapel mic here, which goes to this little battery powered. This is a lavalier microphone, and these are very cheap. This is an Audio Technica. Doesn't want to focus there, but you can get these at Radio Shack even, I think, for about $20. They're very cheap. And basically, this clips onto your shirt. This you can clip onto your belt or put it in your pocket. And then this wire I have going down over here is here's the end that you plug into the microphone, and basically I have it running underneath the desk, and then this I'll run over and plug into the camera while it's on the tripod, just like that. So now let me show you how to set up the camera. Okay, here I have the camera hooked into the top of the tripod. Now this is a more expensive, heavier duty tripod, and this one it has a fluid head on it, so when if you need to move the camera, it moves very smooth. Now this is a much more expensive tripod, but if you're going to be doing any kind of shooting where you need to move the camera back and forth, that's the type that you'll need to get. A little bit more expensive, a heavier one. This one here was my first tripod. This is a cheaper model. This is very, very lightweight. It's just an aluminum one. I picked it up at Radio Shack. This can be used if you're just going to have stationary shots. I could actually technically use it for doing the videos as long as you're not panning it. This does not have a fluid head on it. It looks like it moves smoothly, and it does a fair job, but you'll get a little bit of jumpiness with this tripod. It's not nearly as high quality as the other one. So it pays to get a decent tripod. You don't have to go overboard with it, of course, if you're not going to be moving the camera. But this one here is a very good tripod. I'm very pleased with it. Everything moves very smooth. And now I'll show you the camera settings. Alright, here we have the little window on the side of the camera. This one doesn't pick up very good in low light, but you can see it's set to automatic. Now you can just set it to that, and that will work fine. It basically, the only problem with automatic is if you move very quickly, sometimes the lens will adjust and readjust, and you'll get a second or two of a little bit of blurriness. That's the only problem with automatic setting. But this is definitely the easiest setting. But then you can also switch to manual. Now what you can do here, okay, there you have white balance, and you can go to manual white balance, and basically what you want to do is you want to zoom in to the white board there where you're going to be sitting, and then you want to hold it down until it blinks, and then it shuts off like that, and then that automatically adjusts it to that color of white for the manual setting. And then you zoom back out, and then that should give you the right color according to how the thing picks it up. But like I said, it's probably going to be easier just to keep it set on automatic. It'll adjust better to the collar, and with this camera it does a really good job at that. But basically then you just, let me show you a couple other things here quick. Quality with this camera, I have it set on the lowest level right now, which is fine. That will give you a smaller file size, so it'll upload quicker to YouTube. It'll be less trouble, and really it's not that bad of a level. The external, well, you can't even read that. The external mic level, you just want that to be set to on and not off. Scene counter, you don't really need to do anything there. Recording media for video is to the hard disk drive. Wind cut, obviously you don't need wind cut if you're inside. Gain up, you can leave that on. The image stabilizer, OIS there. When you have your camera on a tripod, you don't want this turned on. You only want that turned on when you're holding it in your hands. So you want to turn the image stabilizer off. And then zoom, of course, you don't need a whole lot there. But that's basically it for how you set up the camera. I still have a lot to learn on this whole issue of how to do video and everything. But that's basically what I do.